All right, guys, I'm going to talk about some hand saws really fast. So this is a hacksaw. This is mostly for cutting metal, not for cutting wood. You can cut maybe if you had dowel rods or something really fine. It's got really fine teeth that are made for cutting metal. So you need to cut brass or steel or a bolt or something like that. Perfect tool. If you want to cut like a big 2x4, awful tool. Then we have a American kind of saw. So this is your pretty standard little framing saw. It's got a built-in 45 and 90 degree. So if you use this saw, what you're going to do is you want to clamp. I just have a pretty small piece of wood. So you're going to want to clamp your wood. You want to make sure that where you're sawing isn't going to go into my table. Now, the thing with this kind of saw is when you use it, it all works in the push, right? So first, to get started, I'm going to pull it so that I get a groove started, and then I start to push. The nice thing about a handsaw is you can't cut off your fingers unless you really want to, because you have to be really committed to doing it. As soon as you might cut yourself, right? But you're not going to cut your finger all the way off. That's not going to work, is it? So, so to use this kind of handsaw, you basically just keep going, right? Saw, saw, saw. I don't like these kind of saws as much as we have a Japanese handsaw. The main difference is, well, a couple. It looks a little different. It's got interchangeable blades that you take them, you slot it in here, and then you just push it down. So it looks like a weird little axe or something. So a Japanese saw, the main difference is it cuts on the pull stroke instead of the push. But they tend to work it's a little easier on your body. I tend to think they just work better. I might be wrong, right? So the cut I'm doing right now is a cross cut because I'm cutting across the grain. If I was to cut here, this would be a rip cut because I'd be cutting with the grain. So that's some basic handsaw things. When you're done with the saw, you need to take this off. You just tap it on a table. Oh, there we go. Take that out, put it back in its case, and then it's ready for the next person.